so the first thing is along that lines of that first question, and that really was my question, but I wouldn't mind getting some clarity. And I don't know if it's from Kevin Anderson, but to me, this seems like that fundamentally changes even I mean, it's waffle and cleanup because it removes our oversight of the whole committee. Now, I do understand that there was a bill passed last time during 15 that may change how this works, but to me, it doesn't make sense that, just because you have a rules committee of joint budget, that the whole joint budget wouldn't have an opportunity to hear a rule change, an emergency rule change. So that to me it seems substantial change.
The committee will present its report to budget, and budget will approve it. Just like always.
Okay, so the
committee will do its work just like in council, or just like in any budget, and then we'll present the findings to budget, and we'll approve it at that point.
And then, so this was included in the budget hearing for what I guess was your reference. What can anyone, and this may be BLR, can they look up when it was on the agenda?
Sure, somebody will.
Yeah, well, if they don't mind doing that while we're still in the meeting, because my understanding is never was on the agenda.
Okay, we'll look.
Okay, so my question is, in regards to the bill, so this is something that actually probably in combination of BLR and maybe the Division of Health Services may be able to, Medical Services may be able to explain this. That on page 13, line 4, is provision 13 of, in case you don't have the same pagination, looks like it's under, I think it's under section 15. No, section, it's under maybe section 13.
Representative Ballinger, I think Senator Dismayne thinks he can help. I'm going to recognize him. Hang on a second.
Okay.
You're on, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And just for go ahead and ask the question, make sure, but I think I know where you're going, but go ahead and ask the question.
Oh, okay. So not on the previous issue, on this issue. Okay. So my question is, this provides for, it says implement managed care provisions under section 1932 of the Social Security Act. And I understand that when they originally approved the private option version, they did so in calling it a managed care provision, some form of managed care. But with this, or anything in this, and so you may be able to help me, would the provisions for managed care, funding of managed care, would it be included in this appropriation?
Yeah, the issue is this amendment has went forward since 2010, so it's going to predate any of that. The purpose of it being there is that, as you remember, before the passage of the constitutional amendment, we did not have approval authority over rules.
Okay.
And so this was actually protection for the members that were concerned about managed care, and it was added into this appropriation to give us that type of approval authority. I mean, I think you could argue that we don't need the language in here, but at the same time, it is protection to ensure that if managed care is implemented, then that has nothing to do with Arkansas Works or the private option. It just makes sure that it comes back before us for approval.
Okay, so I'm sorry, what language are you referring to?
Line 4, section 13 on page 13. Implement managed care provisions under section 1932 of the Social Security.
Okay, so in this provision, this is a restriction that requires a review if they're going to implement.
Well, actually, approval at this point. Like I said, prior to the passage of that constitutional amendment, we did not have anything but a review authority. There were members in 2010 that were concerned that the governor's office or DHS may move forward with managed care and then wouldn't have some additional protections to ensure that legislature had the oversight of that implementation of managed care if it were to